Would you rather be able to play any instrument in the world or be able to speak any language in the world at your choosing?
Ooh.
Or let's say every instrument in the world, or know every language in the world.
So I either can play...
You can play
all the
everything, or
I can speak all the languages.
All the languages. No qualms, no hassle. It doesn't fuck with your memory or your brain or anything.
I think I'll go languages.
Why?
Couple reasons. Firstly, which is a really boring reason. Firstly, I feel like learning, because I've always decided, like, when I get to finally buy a big house, I'm gonna convert the garage into like my own space.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like soundproof it and have a drum kit in there, and I'm gonna learn how to play the drums.
Okay.
But I'm more looking forward to the actual learning of playing the drums than I am at being sick at the drums.
Makes sense.
So that's something that's a part of my life that I'm really looking forward to doing.
Okay.
Whereas I will never know languages because I can't be bothered to learn them. It doesn't seem fun for me. And when we were learning Spanish, we did it for 2-3 years. None of it was fun for me. I didn't enjoy learning it one bit. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't fun at all.
Yeah.
I just did it.
Yeah.
And so I would pick the languages firstly for that point. And secondly, I have a real, like how do you say it? My choice of like vacationing is always limited based on where I think people will or will not know English. Because like, for example, Japan. I want to go to Japan. And I want to do up Japan.
Yeah.
And I want to do Tokyo. I want to go to like the outskirts of Japan. I want to see rice paddies. I want to see the lot. Do you know what I mean? And I want to really get it. But I don't want to go places where no one understands what I'm speaking. Yeah. Because I'm just not that socially like guy to just be like, oh, fuck the language barrier. I'll just do it anyway. Yeah. I'm just not that guy.
That makes total sense.
Big on convenience.
Okay.
Shit has to be convenient for me. If it's extremely inconvenient, I'm just not, I will never have the energy to do it. So it's like having every language would just be, I will just travel and just do shit. Literally the only thing that stops me half the time is the language barrier.
Okay.
Because it's just like, I don't want to do this. Like, I remember, I told you before that my mum took us to Morocco when we were kids. Yeah. And the part of Morocco we were in, it was not Marrakesh, fam. It was it was the bits in Morocco. If you can speak the language, then you're fine.
Is this the holiday where you said you went with your stepdad and you had to take like the coach to the villa because it was the cheapest route and blah, blah, blah,
it was
blah,
long.
blah.
The whole thing was long, fam. It was there. So we were in the bits.
Like the 2 a.m. flight or whatever.
Yeah. And we had like a lady come round, the housekeeper where we stayed in this really nice house. It was like a 3-story house. And the housekeeper came around one day and made us all dinner.
Okay.
And like, she did not speak a word of English.
Oh.
So it was all just awkward gestures the whole time she was there cooking for us. It was all just like, and then my mum would try to say something to her, and she obviously didn't understand. And she'd be like, and then just like carry on chopping carrots. And I'm like, this is brutal. This is brutal. Someone stop talking to her, please, because I don't want to see it anymore. It's just annoying me.
Yeah,
like it's annoying that we don't like. No one speaks English, and we do not speak the language. It's just like, what are we doing? It's just fucking annoying me. And like, a lot of my holiday destinations have always been based on like, there's places where it can look nice. Yeah. And I'm like, where is that? And it's a place in a country that I've never heard of. And I'm like, we're not going there. Because I already know they don't speak English. And I'm just not dealing with that. I'm just not willing to deal with it.
Yeah.
So definitely I would pick the languages. That would make my year.
Okay.
What would you
That's
pick?
a good answer. I would definitely pick languages as well. I think it'll be a hard choice though, because I love I would love to know how to play the drums. I would love to know how to play the piano. Like things like that. I would love to know how to play like the guitar. All those random things. But I feel like the amount of languages that there are outweighs the amount of instruments I'd want to play anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You'd be, give it 6 months, you'd be down to the clarinet and you'd be like, what am I even doing?
I'm bored. I'll be down to the triangle, just like dinging. Do you know what I mean? It's pointless. It's pointless.
Yeah.
So languages for sure. Like you said as well, that would unlimit my travel. And obviously just being able to jump in any conversation and it would just, because it was like, if a girl was speaking to me in Spanish or Italian, for example, Italian that I don't really, like, I know verbs and stuff in Spanish and I know like what certain things mean in like Portuguese, but Italian, I have no clue what it's about a lot of things in Italian. Yeah. So if a chick was speaking to me in Italian and I just rebutted in Italian as well, it would gas her.
Bro,
it would Gasser.
Bro, you know what that reminds me of?
What?
There was one time years ago, we were in uni, we went on a night out in Birmingham.
Okay.
And there was,
Was I there?
probably.
Okay.
I remember, unfortunately, I don't remember you being there, but I remember me being there, I remember Toby being there, and I remember Aaron being there. So why you wouldn't be there, I don't know.
I was probably working.
Maybe true, actually, you might not have been there. But anyway, we went out, and there was this buff girl. Buff.
I definitely wasn't there. I would remember. If you said that, I wasn't there.
Buff
Continue.
white girl, right?
Yeah.
And I went to, I can't remember. I think we had like a little outing. And I was like, all right, bet. All right. And Toes was with me. He was giving me the little
Nudge.
Yeah. I was like, all right, man, you know what? Let me swallow some ego and then see what to do.
Yeah.
I went to say something to her, and she came back and she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. My English is no good. And I was like, fuck. And she's like, I'm French. And I was like, cool, man. All right, enjoy your night. I went over, and Toes was like, oh, well, go on. I was like, bro, she doesn't speak English. She's French.
I wasn't there, but I think you've told me this.
Oh, I definitely would have told you. I would have told you that night as soon as we got back. Tobes just rolled over. I was like, oh, she's French, swear. And I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, cool. Fam just stumbled over there. It's like, and I was like, the fuck is going on, bro? Man was church. She was just giggling. And I was like, what the fuck?
That's so racist.
Bro, I was so angry. Man came back with a smirk on his face. And I was like, what the fuck just happened, bro?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I didn't tell you I speak French. I went to knock him out.
Oh, I didn't tell you.
Fight talk. We live in the same yard and you didn't tell me that you speak French.
That's
fluent.
fight.
The fight talk. Clearly we're not boys. That's what you just told me. In French, we're not boys.